Hey guys, and welcome to another Gravy's Brew review with me, Gareth Gaz Gravy. And as you can see by my surroundings, as you saw from the title at the beginning, and as you can see from the title below, it's time to make another homebrew. And this time, once again, as you saw from the title at the beginning and from the title down below, I'm making this time the Thomas Cooper's Selection Pilsner. Now this is one I haven't done before. So I'm looking forward to trying this one. I've heard a lot of good about it. Anyway, as you can see behind me, I've got the pan full of water with the tin in there. I'm going to take that off in a minute. Got another pan ready to put some dry ingredients in, because what I'm going to be doing this time, I'm going to slightly be changing the recipe and the method. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding 500 grams of light dry malt extract. Just bring that close to the camera for you. Now I know I said a little while ago that I was hopeful of bringing you the IPA. In fact, I'm going to take this tin of the liquid malt off of the pan. So what was it? Yeah, I know I said that I was going to be bringing you the, or I wanted to bring you the IPA. I haven't been able to get hold of it again. I've been wanting to try some, you know, some, not lager-like, but some more lighter body, that's kind of the phrase I'm looking for, lighter bodied beers, especially for the time of year it is. We're coming into summer here in the Northern Hemisphere. So I thought I'd give the Pilsner a go. I've heard quite a lot of good about it. So I thought I'd give it a go. So anyway, as I said, I've got the tin of liquid malt extract, about to take it off. I'm going to be putting in the spring malt into some hot water. I'm also going to be adding 300 grams of dextrose. I've kind of thought about playing about with it and maybe adding what's in there. I've got about 700 grams, but seeing as this is the first time I'm making this particular beer, I don't know if 700 grams or maybe even more will affect the beer in any way. But so I'm just going to make it as the recipe, or as the instructions say on the tin. So all that's left right now is to get it underway. I'm just going to move the camera about a bit, and I'll be back with you in a second, and we'll get on to the next bit. Alright guys, we're back, and as you can see now I've got the camera focused just on my stove here. And what I'm going to do, and I should have said this at the beginning of that first part, or near the end, is this first part of the way to make this recipe. You can do this one of two ways. You can do what I'm about to do, which is boil the dry malt extract onto a pan of boiling water and let it simmer for about 5-10 minutes, or you can just put the dry malt extract, the sugar, into the fermenter with 2 litres of water and shake it about. That is, of course, you have some good balance, unlike me. So this is the method that I'm going to use. Now when it comes to dry malt extract, those that are in the know do know that this can clump up quite easily, so you do need to do this rather quickly, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do what I did the first time, which was add it in bit by bit. I'm going to try and get this dissolved as quickly as I can, because I don't know why you can see it, but some of the malt extract has clumped up just on the side of the wrapper there, but anyway, so I'd best get this dissolved and mixed as best I can. This is probably going to take me a few minutes to dissolve, especially seeing as a lot of this dry malt has actually clumped up. You don't want to see me stand here for about 5 or 10 minutes to do this, so I'll just quickly turn the camera off for this bit, let this do what it has to do, and then I'll come back for the next minute. Hey guys, well, sorry about that. That just took me a little bit by surprise, and it took me a little bit longer to sort than what I thought it would, considering how quickly the DMA clumped up. But anyway, next thing is 300 grams of sugar. I'm just going to lightly zip that in there as well. That's actually a lot cleaner than what I thought it would be. So I'm now going to just whack the heat up on this, and I'm going to let it come to a boil for about 5 minutes or so. And then with a bit of luck, once I've hit what they call the hot break, I'll come back and we'll get on to the next bit. So once again, see you in a minute, guys. Alright guys, well, sorry about that. I just had to get off there because that hot break actually came a lot quicker than what I thought it would, considering how fast or how high I was boiling that water. But anyway, I've got it under control. Now it's the fun part. It's time to put the brew together. Anyway, as I was showing earlier, this is what I'm going to be making today. The Thomas Cooper's Pilsner. And here comes the fun part. So first things first, in goes dry malt extract, 300 grams of sugar, boiled water that we made just a moment ago, and you know what's coming next. I'm just going to be adding the kind of light malt extract, or liquid malt extract, excuse me, to the tin when I can get the thing to work. I can get the can opener to work. Let me add in a bit more water to this, and once again, you know where I'm going. So once again, just going to have to get off just for a quick second or two, just while I try and get this can opened, and again, you know what's coming. So once again, see you in a minute, guys. Alright, my apologies once again, guys. Anyway, in goes the syrup. And as always, I'm very likely going to have to swill the tin out with a kettle of boiling water, and as a matter of fact, I'm just going to put that on right now. Just to get the rest of this extract out of the tin. I would do that with the spare pot of water that I've got, but I find the kettle a lot more easier for my own safety and balance. On the subject of that other pot of water, just going to bung that one in there as well. So as of right now, I've got a couple of litres of water in there, probably about 2 litres, so I can start giving this a good mix around. Try to not splash myself. While I just wait for the kettle to boil, I'll just give this a mix around, make sure that everything is dissolved and mixed in there nicely, which it feels like it is. And in a few moments, hopefully, I'll get the next bit underway. And if you've seen my last couple of homebrew videos before, you'll know what's coming next. Just a case of giving this a mix around while the temperature comes down. On the subject of that, I've got it at around about 35 degrees at the minute, which isn't really good. It needs to come down at least another 10 degrees. So I'm going to be stood here a little while I try and get the wort boiled down, or cooled down, excuse me. Hopefully I'll be able to do that once I start adding the cold water. So just while I wait for the kettle to boil, guys, once again, my apologies, this is taking just a tad bit longer than what I thought, but I'll be right back. Alright guys, well here's the next bit. You probably can't see this on the camera, but you could probably hear what I'm doing. Just filling the tin of malt extract, or the tin that had the malt extract, just with some water. I'm going to give that a stir, just get all that extract off of the tin. Which isn't very easy when I wasn't able to cut the lid off. No idea what a pity, never mind. Oh well, these things will be learned. That should do it. So where's the tea towel? There hopefully is a very nice clean tin. And once again, just for maybe about 5 minutes or so, I'm just going to give this a stir. Just make sure that everything is dissolved nicely. Make sure it's all well and good. And then I'm going to start adding cold water, which I don't think I'll do. You saw me do that once before. It took quite a long time considering my balance and all that. I think what I'll do, guys, is I'll turn off for now, and when I come back with a bit of luck, I'll be ready to give you a hygrometer reading, that's the phrase I'm looking for, and just give you a quick summary of what I've done with this particular brew. So once again, I will be back very shortly. Hey guys, well, this is the final part. Finally, it's absolutely sweltering. I'm glad I've got this part coming up. As you can see, I've filled the fermenter just a little over the 23 litres, or the recommended 23 litres. I've filled it up to about 24, because once I start measuring the specific gravity in about a week, obviously I'm going to need to take some out. So with a bit of luck, the recommended 23 degrees will be, the 23 litres will remain. On the subject of degrees, the temperature, unfortunately I couldn't really get it any lower than 26 degrees. Unfortunately, the instructions say to pitch the yeast at around about 20 to 22. I'm going to try and pitch in the yeast at the, again, as I said, about 25, 26 that I've got it at the moment. But before I forget, and excuse me a moment, one thing I am going to need right now is my alcohol calculator. And I hope you can see me here, guys, because I know I've got the kitchen window right in front of, well, right behind me, and you're looking at me. So, once again, just to kind of see what temperature we're playing with. Around about 26, unfortunately. But I will persevere with this. I'll try and get it down if I can. But for the time being, let's see the possible alcohol content. Oops. Oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, guys. That's the one thing that has gone wrong with this this brew this evening. I have had a couple of mishaps. So that one does not surprise me one little bit. Let's see what we will be playing with. Oh, that looks a very, well, a somewhat low 1.031, which unfortunately right now is going to give me just under 3%. 3%. I'm not disappointed with that. That is a decent amount. Well, to be exact, 2.8%. Not the lowest I've brewed right now, but again, in this heat with the temperatures that I'm playing with, can't really complain. Hopefully in the next few days it will, the temperature will start to come down, the gravity will be able to come up. I'm just going to pitch the yeast and see what comes of it. I'll give that a little stir just to get this yeast on the go. got the Krausen collar. And the lid. Oh well, once again guys, I do apologise for the length of this video. Even with some of the bits that I wanted to cut out, it did take probably just as long as one of my usual brewing vids. Once again, my apologies if you can't see me like this right now. But hopefully within a couple of days, I'll, fingers crossed, be able to see this fermenting, and I'll be able to bring you a little bit more of an update. So on that note guys, I'm going to get out of here. So from Gravy's Brew Review, home brewing for beginners, this has been Gareth Gaz Gravy, and I'll see you later.